All right. We are live. We are live. Hello, this is Live with Michelle Vann. We talk about health, wealth, and spirituality. Today we are here and we are back. Woo! We are back. We are back. We are back to be live with you, to talk to you, to empower you, to encourage you, to talk about health, to talk about wealth, to talk about spirituality, to talk about what's going on in our community, to just get our heads right. Mental health is always the focus that we're looking at. We're always looking at how do we help you to live your best life and to do it more excellently. And so today, I'm here with my other half. We hang out, and just so you're not asking any weird questions, no, we're not in the same space. I work from home on Fridays. He works from the world on Fridays, and he happens to be in his office, which is not at home. So we're not in the same space, but it has nothing to do with nothing. So don't
'Cause we
start no.
still we still here. We still here.
We still here,
I,
and
I feel I feel your love vibes through the screen. Ooh,
don't
that was
start
a good one.
don't start no foolishness because we ain't in the same room. Okay, so tell them who you are and what you do in the world, and why you make my life so great.
Well, first of all, probably because you're so well taken care of. We'll start out.
That is true.
Well taken care of. Well taken care of. But anyway, my name is William Vann, born and raised right here in Wichita. Um, I have been what you would call a serial entrepreneur for many years around. As a matter of fact, in 1999, before some of you were probably born, I was the minority businessman of the year for the state of Kansas, owning a company called River City Plating. From there, we started the BAM Group, which just stands for Bill and Michelle. And we have multiple single and multifamily investment properties on farm ground, farmland, several other things that are part of that portfolio. Um, but my biggest thing, I think, is I've been a pastor for almost 30 years now, right here in Wichita, and have spent majority of that time trying to sow into the lives of making men better. I think if we make men better, we can construct a better man mentally. We'll have stronger marriages, stronger communities, stronger families. So I've spent really the majority now of my life trying to continue to invest in the lives of young men and now middle-aged men, my age also. So that's kind of who I am. I've got several degrees.
It's
We don't
only
really need to.
it's only middle aged if you live to be 100.
Okay, well then I'm still a young spring chicken. Got many degrees. We don't necessarily need to talk about them, but I got several anyway, if you need to know that. Anyway, and I'm an outdoorsman, avid hunter, fisherman, love to garden, raise chickens, bees, all of that.
It's the farmland.
Hence the farmland.
Oh, dog is locked outside. She's like, "Hey, let me in. Come on, hurry up." All right, so our third child. So as we think about that, as we think about how we have spent the last 33 years together, we say that, and sometimes people look at us and go, 30 something years with the same person, how can you do that? So let's talk about that a little bit.
Well, I think first of all, we were in it to win it from day one, and divorce wasn't a word that was in our vocabulary. Number two, and I think that to the best of your ability, you need to marry the right person, which meant we were compatible on more levels than just how fabulously looking I am. That was probably initially what drove you to me, but uh,
Absolutely. It's that sexy booty that you had.
yeah, that part.
Yeah.
Um, so I think that though that and you got to really be committed, and marriage is a choice and it's a discipline because every day you can choose to do something that pulls you out of the confines of your marital vows. And you can choose to do something that keeps you there. So it's a choice. So for me, I mean, I'm zero tolerance infidelity. You can't get unless you were raped. You can't give me a reason that I'm going to accept, because at the end of the day, it was a decision. So that's high for me. I ain't playing about that. And then everything else is just learning to compromise. I mean, you don't have to win every battle to win the war.
Sure.
And one of the things I think that we do that has been very helpful is every morning we pray together, and we pray together, irregardless if we're mad at each other or not, and we hold hands. And sometimes we have to hold
And you
hands
can't
like
be mad at
this.
each other and it be okay.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
that's
yeah,
life.
yeah.
Everybody, we're not gonna always agree.
Right. But you still have to pray the blessing on that individual, on your spouse before you start your day. And so we have done that for many, many years now.
Like this.
Yeah, yeah, you gotta touch and agree. Blessing for your spouse. We've done that for many years, and sometimes we're not seeing eye to eye, but we still pray for one another every morning, except for weekends. We take Saturday and Sunday off. Is that right?
That's true.
Yes.
So,
But go ahead.
well, so I think as we think about marriage, again, it is hard because you have two people that are slammed together. They have their own personal opinions. They have their own personal things that they came from, the spaces that they resided in, and it's a place that takes a little bit of work,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, it's working through the good times and the bad times, and everything is not cookies and candy and pop and all of that. Sometimes you have to have those hard conversations, those rough conversations. Sometimes it's just a really hard space to be in, but it's worth it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I firmly believe that marriage done right is the greatest gift this side of heaven. I firmly believe that. My mom and dad were married they were about to knock the door down on 50, and my dad passed away a few months before their 50th wedding anniversary. Their parents, my maternal grandmother and grandfather, and my paternal grandmother and grandfather, were all married over 50 years. So, I mean, for me and my family, we come from a line of people who stay together.
Yeah, my
And
grandparents were married for 65 years.
right, right, right. So when you see that model, it helps you to understand that I'm in this thing for the long haul. And I think one of the problems is people aren't seeing that model as much as they used to. It seems to be the model now is, hey, if I don't like it, I'm gonna bounce at the slightest little issue. But I think in marriage there ought to be some things that are established in the beginning as this is a deal breaker for me.
Yeah.
This is a deal breaker. Everything else I can deal with. This is a deal breaker. And you don't cross those boundaries, period.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's talk about some things that we have coming up.
Okay.
Um, what are I know that you really are really, really dedicated to making sure that young couples don't have to necessarily go through, because I don't know. I think there was a time where we had older people and they didn't necessarily tell you stuff. They
Mm-hmm.
didn't necessarily, like you knew that um, you went over to your great grandparents' house. They slept in a room, but they didn't sleep in the same bed, or they might have slept in separate rooms, but they lived in the same house. And you didn't understand that. Like like it wasn't weird, but as an adult now, you look back on it and you're like, that's kind of, but you didn't know why.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think the thing is that how do we help couples, and how do we really begin to talk to couples so that they understand how to push through when it needs to be pushed through. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some things that really do require you to maybe go ahead and say, this is not going to work. So,
Hmm.
infidelity,
Right, right,
uh,
right.
domestic violence.
Abuse, violence. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so I'm not telling you to stay there and get your head beat in. I'm not telling you to stay there and let your babies get molested. None of that. We're not telling you any of that stuff. But what we are saying is that don't give up just on the first time because she burned the Pop Tart. Like,
Mhm.
give it a chance. Find some people that can help sow into your marriage. And so that's what we really want to do. We want to help sow into um, couples, specifically Black couples, because we understand the struggle that happens. There are struggles that happen and conversations that have to happen in Black families that don't necessarily happen in other families. And so we want to be able to speak to some of that. And so, kind of talk a little bit about what are some of the things that we have coming up.
Well, one of the things we have coming up here on the 9th of February is a Love and Art Unite, and we're labeling it under the BAM, which stands for Bill and Michelle again, Marriage Encounter, and it's just an opportunity for some couples to come together. We're going to have some mocktails and paint extravaganzas. There'll be a live DJ. We ain't gonna be playing "We Shall Overcome."
No,
Okay, no, 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 no. All right, might be "Get Your Freak On." Oh, I don't know. Never mind. Anyway,
I don't think it'll be quite that much, but yes,
gotcha.
we
Okay.
it won't
Uh,
necessarily. We won't be singing church music. Let's put it that
There
way.
you go. There you go. But and we only have a few spots left, and so I had a wonderful brainstorm idea about how to fill the last couple spots. I think we wanted 12 couples. We got a few spots left if somebody wants to jump in. But what about if we gave away that night a 3-day vacation to our wonderful little weekend getaway, Negril, Jamaica? What do you think about that?
So where are you going to get that from?
Where am I going to get what from? The trip?
Yeah,
Oh, my
you
ends is
you got some trips. You got some trips in your pocket that I don't know about.
I might have some surprises for you, baby. I might have some surprises. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
But
here's the thing: they can only go if we go.
I like the way you think. I
Mhm.
like the way you think. That might be a possibility. That's just, but at this Black marriage encounter, it's going to be a wonderful time for you and your spouse to join together. We're going to do some painting. There'll be, like I say,
We got some
mocktails, just great
music. We got
conversation.
Yeah, Al Medicine is going to come and they're going to do mocktails. So, you can have some really cool drinks. Tiffany Henderson is going to come and she's going to have set up, and there's going to be a cool backdrop. She's going to do pictures. Super Mario is going to come and be on the turning the tables and making sure that everybody can dance. And here's the great thing: we're only asking for 12 couples to be there because we want to keep it intimate. We don't want it to be this really big thing. We want everybody there to just be able to relax, to have some fun, and to just let their hair down. If you have not registered yet, do so. Go to billandmichelle.weebly.com. billandmichelle.weebly.com. You can go right there. You can register, or you can hit me up on Cash App, cash sign or $ 71, the number 71, and then Fantastic, Banntastic. It is $70 for a couple, so $35 a piece,
Mhm.
$70 a couple, which you're not going to hardly go out and get food and drinks and all kinds of there'll be other prizes. We're going to play some games, so there'll be some gifts that'll come through that. And so it's just going to be a night for you to just come. It's a Friday night. So you're not even trying to hurry up and get home because you got to go to church tomorrow. It'll be
Right.
Friday night. We're just going to come. You don't even have to dress up.
Date night Friday,
Yeah,
low key.
Friday night. Just come home from work, get yourself together. We'll have plenty of food. We'll have all kinds of drinks. So there'll be some mocktails, but then there'll also be other things for you to have. And it's just a great night for some couples of all ages. So we're not looking at necessarily just people our age. We're not necessarily looking at, just young couples. We want to have a mix of couples so that we can have some great conversation.
Hmm. I agree. And the thing about it is, uh, this will be a wonderful event for you to let your hair down if you still have hair. And yeah, I understand that. But and the other thing we've kind of instructed people is, we don't want a lot of videoing there because what happens is whenever somebody's doing something, all of a sudden somebody wants to put you on Facebook. No, I don't need to be on Facebook.
Right.
So you don't have to worry about that. You can just come and enjoy yourself. As my lovely wife of 33 years has said, we're almost full. We do have a few spots left. It is $70, but where are you going to get entertainment, a live DJ, get the paint and mocktails, food, all of that, plus quality conversation that's not there to tear your marriage down, but there to help build your marriage up, whatever level you are, whether you're 2 weeks in, 20 weeks in, 20 years in, 40 years in. I believe you'll come and learn something of how to get closer together. Because there's
Yeah.
just some keys that in order to have a good marriage that you need to do. I tell all young couples, you can get mad at me on this one. I tell all young couples that when you first get married and for the entirety of your marriage, you need to sleep booty butt naked.
Oh my God.
There's a reason why when a child is born, they take that baby and put it right there on the mom's breast. I'm telling you, it's hard to have an argument when you're this close. I'm just saying. I got 33 years in. You better listen. But things like that. I'm being funny, but we
Look
want
at
to
what I
see.
have to live with.
Say what?
I said, look at what I have to live with.
But I can promise you this: at the end of the day, I want to see Black marriages thrive and be successful.
All
I'm not
right.
joking
So
on that.
so marriage is one of the things that you're passionate about. The other thing is men, and there's another event that's coming up that you just kind of want to talk about a little bit.
Right, that's coming up on the end of the month, the last weekend of the month, and it's called the Rise of the 300 Men's Conference. It's going to be right here at the center of 1914 East 11th. We have a group of phenomenal presenters and speakers. Black men are dying way too young, or if not dying, losing their ability to comprehend and think. So we've got some people there. We've got some doctors. We have some professionals coming, and we want to speak into the lives of Black men on that weekend. Friday night, there's a taco bar mixer with a DJ. If you're a Black man, you can just come and hang out. You can even do the robot if you want to. I don't care. But
Please don't.
don't do the robot. Uh, but you can just come and hang out, meet some new brothers, or reestablish relationship with brothers because we're stronger together. And Saturday begins. We have a breakfast at 9, and the sessions go throughout the day, and we'll have various topics from hypertension to dealing with stress and having coaches and all of these different avenues that help you to develop as a man. And that lasts throughout the day. We'll have food trucks for lunch, a Black-owned food truck, so you can spend your money out there. I've got
Spend
some door.
dollars with Black people.
Yes, yes. I've got some door prizes that I'm going to give away. And then for those of you that are still with us, that Sunday we'll have a wonderful fellowship at Isis Christian Center, the church that I pastor, and that service starts at 10:30. There is a registration for $20. I do have some scholarships available, and it's for if you're 15 and above. We might go a little bit lower than that, but if you're 15 and above, listen, we're trying to get 300 men here, and I'm looking forward to having a poster for those of you that saw the Rise of the 300. You can stand behind Leonidas and get a photo of Rising of the 300 Black Men. It's going to be incredible. It's the beginning of some incredible things that we want to do to empower Black men, Black women, and Black families.
And granted, we have no problem with anybody else, but our call our desire is to see people that look like us prosper like us. And, at the end of the day, on that Sunday, we will have service. After that service, we will have a blood drive. And part of our point of having that blood drive is we have so many people in our community that have sickle cell. And I know we hear that, but then we go, well, I don't know anybody. And you probably do know somebody, they just don't talk about it. And so that's something that we really want to, over the next month, as you watch our social media, as you watch what we're putting out, we really are going to talk a little bit about what sickle cell is, and have some people come on and really kind of have some conversations around that. Because I think as a community, we've heard that term over and over and over again, but we don't know what it is. We don't really know why it's important for us to give blood. And so we will have that. Anybody who gives blood on that day, we will also provide you dinner. Okay. So if you give blood on that day, we will provide you dinner. We challenge every man that attends, that's there. We challenge you to give.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right, right. I think that's going to be.
I challenge you to give.
I think that's going to be an incredible day and opportunity. I don't know if I gave those dates, so I want to make sure that everyone has the dates for the Rise of the 300 Black Men's Conference. It's sponsored by the Black Men's Locker and the Center, and it's February the 23rd, 24th, and 25th. It's going to be a wonderful time. You don't want to miss it. And like I say, if you just can't afford the admission, which is very nominal, we want to help get you in there, because it is about keeping us from dying too soon, building strong Black marriages, which in turn build strong Black families, which build strong Black communities. That's one of the things that's been missing. And I'm excited about the opportunity to help push that agenda forward. And I'm dedicated to that.
So how much is the registration?
Early bird registration was $15, but that ended the end of January. Now it's 20, but we're offering some discounts to the age bracket of 15 to 18.
The students. There's
Yeah.
a student.
Students get a discount also. So if you have some teenage sons.
Count just high school students or college students as well?
High school and college students. But don't be 59 talking about you still a freshman in college. I ain't mad at if you are, okay? But
so they may have to bring their ID, their school ID, to show that they're a student.
Yes, yes.
In order to get that discount if they don't register online.
They don't register online. And people, it's okay to have to pay a little something. Okay.
Yeah.
Everything shouldn't be free. That's a mindset that you think everything needs to be free. No, it doesn't. You invest in everything, whether it's McDonald's or gas in your car or whatever. It's time for you to invest into yourself. If you're married, it's time for you to invest into your marriage.
And I think sometimes we don't think about this, and we think about it on our job, but we don't think about it in our life. But it's professional development.
Correct.
You are giving this $20 in exchange for your mind, body, and spirit to be developed so that you become a better person. So don't think about it. Sometimes people have all kinds of weird ideas about what they think. I'm paying for somebody's car. No, you're not. It's ain't enough money to pay for my nothing. This $20 is not paying for nothing other than it is an investment so that you are getting out of this what you need to get. It's literally just an investment. It's just going to be a drop in the bucket to kind of help cover some of the costs, some of the food, to cover some of the materials that you'll get. That literally is all. $20 is not going to cover anything. It doesn't cover anything if you really think about it. To have a Friday night and a Saturday and a Sunday, 3 days of activities for $20.
Right.
Now,
and the Friday night and the Saturday sessions are men only, because we want to provide a safe environment for if a young brother or a seasoned brother has an issue, we can talk about that openly in a setting where they know it's not going to be repeated, it's not going to be spread, and they can perhaps find some solutions and some answers for some struggles that we're dealing with.
Absolutely. Well, it's been great, but
Hold on, hold on. Can I get your number?
Yeah, baby. Don't tell my husband though.
I just thought maybe you'd like, I'm trying to holler at you. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock sharp.
So I'm totally thrown off. So this is Live with Michelle Vann. We talk about health, wealth, and spirituality. Today, we were just talking a little bit about a few events that are coming up. When you see this again, when you see this on my page, I will have edited it some and added in the videos so that you will actually see the events that we're talking about. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, we will get started going back full force. And if you have ideas, if you have people that you know that you want me to talk to, or you have subjects that you're saying, hey, I need to know more about this, feel free to inbox me, let me know, and we will work on that. Okay. Again, this is Live with Michelle Vann, where we talk about health, wealth, and spirituality. I love you to life, and there is nothing you can do about that. If you cannot remember the last time you went to the doctor, it's been too long. Get to the doctor and find out what's going on with you, because what you don't know might hurt you. Have a good day.